History is often written by the victors, but photographs, they tell a different story. They capture moments in time, raw and unfiltered. But what about the photos that were hidden, banned, or censored? The images someone in power decided you should never see. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on history's darkroom to reveal the truths they tried to bury. Get ready, because what you're about to witness will change the way you see the past. First, let's travel back to the early 20th century. This seemingly ordinary photograph shows a group of women proudly displaying sashes. But look closer. The sashes read Anti-Rat Club. This wasn't about exterminating pests, teen. In the political slang of the time in parts of Europe, rats was a derogatory term for men who refused to enlist in the army. These women were publicly shaming them, using social pressure as a weapon of war. It's a chilling reminder of how propaganda can turn neighbors against each other. A side of the home front rarely discussed in textbooks. This image was suppressed for years because it complicated the simple, patriotic narrative of wartime unity. Next, we have a picture that looks like a bizarre family portrait. A man and a woman stand beside several children who are for sale. This isn't a joke or a staged photo. This is a haunting image from 1940s America. The sign reads, "For children for sale. Inquire within." The Chicago mother, Lucille Shalifu, and her husband were facing eviction and starvation. In a moment of utter desperation, she tried to sell her own children. The photo was published, causing a public outcry, but also highlighting the extreme poverty that was often ignored. While some of the children were eventually sold or given away, their lives were marked by tragedy and separation. Debts. Photo was deemed too shocking, too revealing of the system's failures, and quickly faded from public view. Now look at this. It appears to be a formal gathering of scientists. But this is no ordinary conference. This is a 1971 photograph from the Symposium on the Future of Man in London. The man speaking is Robert Edwards, one of the pioneers of in vitro fertilization, or IVF. What you don't see is the firestorm of controversy surrounding him. At the time, his work was condemned by many as playing God. Religious leaders and even fellow scientists called it unethical and dangerous. This photo captures a pivotal moment before IVF became a common medical procedure that has since brought millions of children into the world. It was hidden away because it represented a scientific frontier that society wasn't ready to face, a debate that questioned the very nature of life and creation. Let's turn to this grainy image of a soldier. He's not in combat. He's holding a small transistor radio to his ear. This is an American soldier in Vietnam, but he isn't listening to military broadcasts. He's listening to Hanoi Hannah, a Vietnamese radio personality who broadcasted anti-war propaganda to American troops. She would read the names of fallen American soldiers to sow fear and doubt, and play popular anti-war songs from back home. The US military desperately tried to jam her broadcasts and punished soldiers caught listening. This photo was considered dangerous. It showed that the psychological war was just as real as the physical one, and that enemy propaganda was successfully reaching its target, undermining morale from within. It's a testament to the power of information and the lengths authorities will go to control it. Finally, this seemingly innocent photo of a Coca-Cola ad in Spain. It looks like typical 1950s marketing. But its context is everything. This was during the brutal dictatorship of Francisco Franco. The slogan on the ad translates to the spark of life. Coca-Cola's entry into Spain was part of a broader American strategy to normalize and support Franco's regime in exchange for his anti-communist stance. This image was used to project an idea of modernity and American-style freedom, masking the reality of a repressive government. It's a powerful example of soft power, where a simple consumer product becomes a political tool. The photo reveals the uncomfortable alliance between corporations and dictatorships, a truth that both sides preferred to keep out of the history books. From social pressure to desperate poverty, from scientific controversy to psychological warfare, these photographs hold truths that were deemed too inconvenient, too shameful, or too dangerous to share. They were locked away in archives, censored from the press, and erased from our collective memory. But images have a way of surviving, of waiting for the right moment to re-emerge and tell their story. They remind us that history is never as simple as it seems, and that there are always hidden layers waiting to be uncovered. Because in the end, truth leaves no shadow. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the shadows of the past. If you found this exploration as fascinating as we did, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss another revelation. Until next time, keep questioning,